What's up, guys? Anthony Monetti here. In today's full body workout, it's going to be an upper body focus, chest, back, push, pull. Let's get to it. Push, pull. Since we're doing upper body push, pull, those of you who took Jeopardy, it was one of our questions. The scapula is a main component of all of our upper body stuff. So we're going to do some chicken wings to start it. So, it's a good way to open up your shoulders and get that middle of the back thoracic spine nice and primed up. So we're going to start 4-point stance here. It's not a cat-cow, those of you who know yoga. So keep your core tight, your back flat. Here, tight. And then sink down into your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades, your scapula has the ability to kind of just move freely. What happens is our muscles get super tight and they stop it from doing that. So 4-point stance, squeeze your shoulder blades back, right? And then press up. And then I'll start with my left is facing you. Left hand back, sit all the way back. That takes the hips out of it. And then you rotate up and around. And then all that stretching goes on in your upper back and shoulder area. Cool? Then come back to center. I would love for you to get into the habit of just doing one of these reps every time you come back here, because this is good just to be familiar with how that motion is. So every time you come back to this position, sink down, press away, left hand back, sit back, reach up and around. Every time you do it, try to go a little bit further, and then back to center. Okay, so let's all do 20 each side. Please. Again, it's a mobility drill, so it's not an exercise where we're looking to really increase the heart rate. Of course, your heart rate's going to get elevated, but take your time, work on mobilizing that shoulder area. %90 of the time, we ask you to not elevate your shoulders. This time, it's okay. Pull that band apart, press your shoulders up, increase that range of motion, and then drop it all the way down and around, open up your chest. What a great exercise. As you start to get more loose, try to bring your hands in a little bit closer to your shoulders, or bring your hands a little closer to your shoulder width, I should say. 15. All right, stretch and then strengthen. So we got mobile, now we're gonna do a little warm up to get our back fired up, also our arms, because we're going to be using them. First up, in our warm up, plank, low plank rotation. So assume the good quality plank position, squeeze your butt, tuck your pelvis underneath, and then you're going to rotate. So your elbows are lined up with your shoulder, your hips are stacked. Nicely controlled, come back down, reset, press into the floor, rotate up and around the other side. What are you doing? You're opening up that upper back, strengthening those muscles back there. 10 each side, depending on your fitness level. If you know where you're at, go 5 each side. And then next up, skull crushers. For lack of a better term, elbow extension, tricep push out, so whatever you want to call them, but we're taking a floor position here, bending our elbows, bringing those dumbbells to the floor. Notice how my elbows are still facing up. And then I'm pressing up. Okay, extending those elbows. Major component with most of these exercises, you never want to snap. You never want to overextend. You always want to keep tension on the muscle and eliminate that joint from doing more work than it needs to. And that pressure. Okay, so triceps, 10. Low plank, 10. Depending on your fitness level, either 5 each or 10 each. You guys know where you're at. 3 rounds. Cool? Let's get fired up. Take your time, guys. Again, it's a warm-up. You're not looking to use it as a finisher. Okay, perfect. All right, so you got three exercises and 2 different kinds of hypertrophy training, right? We call straight sets, which if you guys were in the studio, it might be a progressive overload where you can kind of keep on building upon the previous set, add more weight, drop the reps. That would be a progressive overload straight set kind of theme, right, or concept. But today we're just going to do straight set to 10, but you guys are going to have your weights that you have available to you, right, and still make it work. Now, what makes that more challenging is when you superset or when you do a monster set of 2 more exercises that are, you know, all geared to hit the same muscles. The second exercise is going to be a 10-second tempo. Yesterday we played around with like a 4-second on the way down, a hold at the bottom, and then a 4-second on the way up. And each day, as long as we get about 10 seconds on the rep, it's a win, I think, right? So I'll go through that exercise in a second, but just so you guys have a handle on the concept, those are your 3 exercises: rows, floor press, and hammer curls. Cool so far? All right. So you guys did all that prep work earlier, so you guys know that the shoulder blades are doing the work, right? And you guys know that a row is a good hinge position, it's a good deadlift position, right? So now from here, your straight sets are going to be simply 10 reps, nice and controlled, making sure you're driving the elbow back, squeezing the shoulder blades, keeping the chest nice and high. What I mean by that, as you start to get fatigued, you might start dropping like this. I'll be able to help you and cue you to bring your head up. I want you guys to be aware of like, oh shit, my shoulders are dropping, I gotta lift them up. That's where I'm trying to get you guys more familiar with mind, body, stuff like that, right? But those are your rows, 10 reps. Now your negatives are gonna be coming from the floor press, right? We talked about earlier, everything is coming from back here, shoulder blades. So we're really working that area. We're not just working our muscles. The joint functions are really what we should be focusing on, I feel. And the coaches here agree. Put it that way. All right, so tempo, flat on your back, floor press, pinching your shoulder blades back. You see how I'm kind of like arching my back a little bit to prime my chest and get my elbows back further, right? So when you're flat, you don't have much range of motion. But when you pinch your shoulder blades back, now you're opening up that space to get more range of motion. Safety first, dumbbells here, then fold back. Prime your shoulders. Okay, so now you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to count because you guys are going to be going different things at different times, so it's going to be too much, right? So I want you to be aware of doing a 10-second rep. It could be 2 seconds at the top, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2 seconds at the bottom, right before you touch, and then come back up for your 4, right? It's a little bit more advanced because you're having less rest. Or you can do a 5 on the way up, and then a 5 on the way down. 2 different options for you guys. You guys know where you're at. As long as you're getting about 10 seconds, I'm cool. As long as you're using this, I'm even cooler. Haha. You guys work hard, you're not becoming cool ones. See how that works? All right, now, hammer curls. Next up, we're gonna complement the skull crushers. Really simple stuff. Here, hammer curling it up. Neutral grip. Notice my shoulder is staying back. Good, strong posture. What starts to happen sometimes, if you guys care, these muscles get super tight and super short, right? All your chest muscles, all your bicep muscles. So this starts happening, right? And then it becomes more of a shoulder exercise than a bicep exercise. Shoulders back, good strong posture. Just bend the elbow and bring that dumbbell to your shoulder. Guess what? It's gonna be more challenging. You're probably gonna use less weight, but it's more beneficial and less risk of injury. Cool? Those are your straight sets. So it's 10 straight, 10-second rest, 5 reps, and then 10 hammer curls, 5 sets. Make sense? Questions, comments? Upper body and arms should be burning. Burning. If you guys are cool, let's get fired up. Once you get through one circuit or one round, take your rest. Try to go through those 3 exercises with, minimal rest. 10 to 15 seconds in between. I still don't want you to race, but create a nice pace for yourself and then rest at the end of it and then rinse and repeat. Cool? All right, you guys can be, what's up?
Sorry, can you just run through the reps again? How many reps a beat?
Sure. 10. 5. But you have a 10-second cadence. 10. 10, 5, 10.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. There's the beat. 3, 2, 1, go. Try to feel every rep. Hypertrophy is all about building mind-muscle connection. Guys, upper body, how's your upper body feeling? A little pumped? Cool. Well, we can't just do upper body because we don't want to be like those meatheads who just do arms all day long, right? We got to make it full body. So we're going to do lower body dominant finisher. You guys know the deal this week. Ascending reps by 2 on exercise A, exercise B, 10 reps. So exercise A, you're going to be doing increasing 2 reps each set. Kettlebell swings. All lower body and core. Keep that kettlebell close to your zipper. Use those hips, use those hamstrings and glutes. Boom! Tighten your core, brace down, control that weight. Did you get all that? That was a lot. All right, so 2 each time. Your second exercise is gonna be a V-up. The complete opposite of hip extension, which is the kettlebell swing, is here, hip flexion. Also shoulder flexion, really. Oh, V-up, big exhale on the way up. Oh, reach, touch your toes, come back down. Okay, those are staying 10 across the board. It is a 12 minute finisher. As many rounds as possible. So 2 kettlebell swings, 10 V-ups. 4 kettlebell swings, 10 V-ups. So forth and so on. Take your breaks when you need it. And that's it. Questions, comments? Cool. Let's get busy. Let's fire it up.